a scenario may work out where it benefits us trading
Okay.
Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
So say we get a top 10, 15 pick, use it on
Sure.
O-line, corner, wide receiver,
Okay.
and Ayuk steps up, gives us the 1,200 yards, and Mitchell and that draft prospect pans out. What percent chance do you see that happening?
Mitchell and the draft prospect, the wide receiver.
As well as Ayuk making up production and even giving us more, possibly.
It could. I mean, I think it absolutely. That's definitely plausible. Ayuk was a terrible fit with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a good fit with Lance. It seems like Ayuk could replace Deebo's production as a wide receiver. But to me, what people aren't talking about with like maybe they are, but like replacing Deebo, it's the running back spot. Because
Yeah.
to me, like when the Niners are good, it's because of their backup running back. In 2019, it was Mostert. He
Mm.
really drove the offense, not Jimmy, to the Super Bowl. And then last year it was Deebo in the same exact role. The
Yeah.
backup, the guy who gets 10, 5-10 carries a game, but one of them's going to go for a home run. So who's that guy? Is not Mitchell. Mitchell's like the
Mm.
super Tevin Coleman, the guy who like is tough and gets yards after the contact and goes between. A good player.
Yeah.
They were 3-5, and what they need is that explosive running back, and they got to get that dude in this draft if they trade. He doesn't have to be a first round pick. It
No.
could be a 6th-round pick, but
Yeah.
they got to get that guy this year if they trade Deebo.
Yep. Well, I mean, the only way I see this panning out. I mean, it seems like there's either bad blood or he just doesn't want to be there. So if we want to be contenders, I mean, I feel like that's the only way.
I think so too. It
Yeah.
seems like he made up his mind. There's nothing the Niners can do short of just paying him
Mm-hmm.
everything. And it seems like that's not what they want to do. So, okay. All right.
And realistically, if you were in that spot, would you pay him everything? I know what he brings, but the season he had. But I mean, you look at Tyreek Hill and Devontae; they've been doing it for 6 years.
I would rather have that's a good point, but I'd rather have the wide receiver who's younger and hasn't done it as long than the wide receiver who's pushing 30. Because to
Yeah.
me, like 30 is the sell-by date in the NFL. Like, there are no good wide receivers who are 30 right now.
No.
Really. So you want the speed, you want youth. I'd rather have Deebo. I think I'd pay him. I know I'd pay him.
Yeah.
Especially if I had a quarterback like Trey Lance who was cheap. It's like you can sort of justify overpaying, although it's not overpaying for Deebo. That's what the market says he's worth. So I would pay him, yes. But the Niners I think they just can't, they're not with the time. I think part of them feels like we don't need to spend this much on offensive skill positions because Kyle's so great. His scheme is so great. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Like Bill Walsh's scheme was great too. He needed Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Brent Jones, Roger Craig, Tom Rathman. Like he wasn't saying like, hey, why don't we just trade our weapons? Because I'm good.
Yeah.
No. I don't know.
And then do you see? I guess Kyle's looking out the window, seeing Brandon Ayuk and Trey Lance out there every day, and then Deebo's partying in Miami with Lil Baby and those guys. So I mean, do you see a point where he's like, well, why even put the time in and money in for Deebo when I got these two younger guys working hard every day?
I mean, it seems like Deebo's burning the bridge, doesn't want to be here, and the Niners don't really have a choice at this point.
Yeah.
They gotta focus on Ayuk. And so at
Mm-hmm.
least Ayuk, is here and he's working with Lance and they have a connection. That's a good thing. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with the house.
All right, John. Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate it.